What's goody? Hey man, so here we are with another week of our NFL picks and predictions, dog. This is going to be an exciting one. We kick it off with a great night of Thursday Night Football. But first, look at last week as y'all can see. Pierre, get out of her purse. What is your problem? As y'all can see, last week I did not get any of my picks in last week. I didn't do a video, so if I'm not doing a video, I'm not picking them on my own time or anything like that. So just an unfortunate series of events. I was going to try to get some picks out like Sunday morning, but I just didn't have the opportunity to. My daughter would not nap for long enough for me to be able to record a video. But here we are on this Thursday, back at our normal scheduled timing to give y'all the NFL picks and predictions. I don't remember how I did on the last one that I did. I went 12-2. I never looked at this because I didn't do my picks last week. Dog, the only two games that I picked wrong were the Buffalo Bills being ass and the Philadelphia Eagles being ass. Hey, screenshot that. Hold on. Let's get the ad out of the way. Screenshot this. This is an impressive week. 12-2, and the only things you get wrong are two massive upset games. This one a little less, but like this, they were up 21-0. Like I was watching that game and I turned it off because I thought it was over. Then I turned it back on when I saw that they were hooping. Anyways, week 14, we got a beautiful night of football tonight, man. Lions versus Cowboys. I feel like every single time they've played over like the last 2 or 3 years, it's been a show every single time. So I'm excited for this Thursday night football game tonight. This is a tough one because both of these teams are fighting for a playoff spot. I literally do not think that the Cowboys can lose another game because of that tie in there. I think if they had won that game, they would have a little more leeway. But I think because of that tie, I literally do not think they can lose another game and make it to the playoffs. So because of that, I'm going to pick the Cowboys here. I think the Cowboys are a good team. I think they really, really do have a real playoff shot. And I think the Lions right now are just having a tough go at things. And I think these other two teams might just run away with that division a little bit from the Lions here. Don't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Lions came back here and the Lions just show that they're still a really good team and that they're still a team to be worried about. But at the same time, the Quinnen Williams, dude, changes so much for the Cowboys. Like, you go from watching this team versus the Giants, and I vividly remember watching that game, and then I'm watching them versus the Chiefs, and I'm watching them versus the Eagles, and I'm like, damn, this is actually a completely different football team on that side of the field with Quinnen Williams there, and it's absolutely insane. Here, I'm going to take the Packers. I could see the Bears winning this because I do think the Bears are a solid team. But I think they're kind of peaking right now, and I think eventually they're just going to fall off a little bit. And I just think the Packers are the better team, and I think the Packers eventually are just going to start winning games against teams they're better than. Eventually they have to start winning them. And this is kind of the time where you kind of need to start setting yourself apart and building up the momentum for the playoffs. So yeah, I think the Packers need this win, but if the Bears get this win, I think that would shift a lot of the way that people look at the Bears, including myself. Give me the Vikings here. The Vikings don't have a playoff chance, I don't think, with 8 losses, but Kevin O'Connell's a good coach. The Washington Commanders are in shambles right now, so I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to take the less of these two bad teams, even though I have no idea who's starting at the quarterback spot for this team because, my goodness, Justin Jefferson, free you, my brother. I'm going to take the Dolphins here. Again, just the lesser of two bads. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets won this game. Neither of these two games right here are going to get a second of my watching time unless they just happen to be in the quad box on YouTube TV. Seahawks here, I've seen a lot of people have a lot of mixed opinions about the Seahawks recently, and I think I'm one of those people too. But that defense is legit, and that run game is okay, and Jackson Smith-Njigba's really good. So no matter what, I think that's just going to be good enough to beat the Falcons here. And then give me the Ravens over the Steelers. Now, this is a game that'll probably be a really good game. It'll probably be a super close game. I just think eventually Lamar Jackson is going to prove to everybody that is hating on him right now that he's still Lamar Jackson. Eventually, he's going to have to take over at some point. Eventually, if this team wants to not just make it to the playoffs, but win this division and try to climb up the AFC ladder, because teams like the Colts might fall, teams like the Jags, you never know, and then teams like the Patriots could very well fall as well. For the Ravens to really take advantage of this opportunity they have, even with a terrible start to the season, I think Lamar Jackson's going to have to get back to playing as close to that MVP level as he possibly can, and that's got to start somewhere. And in a divisional game against the Pittsburgh Steelers at home is a perfect chance to do that. However, I wouldn't be surprised if they lose, but because their offense is just somehow terrible. Tampa Bay Buccaneers should win this one. The Bucs, I was really high on them in the beginning of the season. I think now, just with the injuries and everything, it just got me a little more like, they look a little mediocre. But they're much better than the Saints, and I do think the Buccaneers are still a really good team once they get eventually healthy. Hopefully, if they can get healthy, I think they'll prove that to people again. This right here is a good game, man. Daniel Jones, broken leg. Is he even going to play? If he is going to play, is he going to look as immobile or more immobile than he did last week? You got to give me the Jags. I don't really trust Trevor Lawrence, and I don't trust this Jags team. And I think this Jags team could win 15 games, and I still wouldn't trust them come playoff time. But just give me them in this win here. That Colts team is completely different. The run game looks so much more easy to stop now that Daniel Jones isn't a threat on the ground. It just looks like the offense is just so much different now that he's forced to be a pocket passer, and that really sucks for them. Give me Myles Garrett. I don't know, fam. Like, in a game like this, like I've been doing this kind of all season with the Browns. In games like this, I'm just going to go with Myles Garrett, to be honest with you, because he's the best defensive player in football. Give me the Broncos here. They're just the better football team. That defense is legit. I don't really trust the offense at all, but the defense is top 2, top 3 in football. So, yeah, you got to trust them there. The Rams, we bounced back after a bad loss to the Carolina Panthers. It's not really a bad loss. It was just like the way we lost was bad to me. Like, if they beat us and we played a good game and they just happened to play a really good game as well, that's one thing. But it's like we played a really sloppy game, and it took a Bryce Young great game for them to just barely beat us. We should have still won that game. Matthew Stafford's not going to have 3 turnovers in the game for the rest of the season. So I'm not worried about it happening again. You need a humbling loss every once in a while. This team was riding high. This team was feeling like the best team in the NFC, which I believe we still are. And it was a humbling loss at a time where you can deal with taking a humbling loss in Week 13. You can deal with it because it's not Week 17. It's not Week 16. It's not where you're trying to build momentum into the playoffs. It's Week 13. You can win out from here depending on the schedule. So, LA Rams beat the Arizona Cardinals here. Buffalo Bills got to win this game. The Buffalo Bills have not been a good team. The AFC is a race right now, especially if teams like the Chiefs are going to have any chance of catching up. I mean, you got to be worried about that at all times if you're a team like the Bills, a team like the Colts, a team like that might not win their division. You have to be worried about teams like the Chiefs eventually just winning out, and then you're looking at here, you're like, damn, I just happened to lose this game versus the Bengals. Or damn, that game we lost versus the Dolphins looked really bad now. You know what I'm saying? But the Bills got to win this one. Dude, speaking of the Chiefs, wow. I don't even know how to feel about this one. I kind of got to hurry up because me and my fiance and my daughter are going somewhere, but probably game of the week. If this Lions-Cowboys game doesn't end up being game of the week, this will probably end up being game of the week. This game score might end up being 10-9, but it'll just be such a fun game to watch. That Texans defense is so, so good, bro, and that Chiefs defense has been playing well recently. I don't care what anybody tells you. Patrick Mahomes has been playing very good football. When I look at Patrick Mahomes, I still look at him as the best quarterback in football. I think right now Matthew Stafford's playing better, excluding last week. But, like, I still look at Mahomes as there's nobody else I'd rather have in the league. He is a freak. But that Texas defense, it's so good, bro. Like, it is. Let me put it to you like this. This game is going to probably be 10-9. It's probably going to be 13-10. It's probably going to be something like that. In a game like that, Mahomes gets that ball last, he's winning it. So give me Patrick Mahomes, and I know it's probably delusion. I think I have probably picked the Chiefs for 3 or 4 straight weeks, and I've probably been wrong 2 or 3 out of those times. But I simply have seen them do crazy things too many times for me to just count them out when they're 6-6, when they still have a chance. There's no way. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I cannot look at them as they currently are, with the Colts potentially falling out, and with teams like the Chargers potentially falling out, and with teams like the Bills, who God knows what they're going to do, with nobody else in this division except for the Ravens looking like they're going to make the playoffs. I have a belief in me. Until it is mathematically impossible, I have a belief in me. And then here, the Eagles are going to win this game. Like I said, the Chiefs have to catch up. The Chiefs are going to catch up. For that to happen, they have to win, and teams like the Chargers have to lose. Give me the Eagles beating the Chargers here, and I also just think the Eagles have to. I don't know what's going on with the Eagles, but they're a good team still. They're gonna win games. Like a game like that, I don't think the Chargers are good, so they're just going to win games like that. But anyways, man, I love you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. As always, please let me know what y'all think about my picks and predictions. Give me y'all picks and predictions. Let me know if y'all think I'm bugging with picks like my Chiefs pick. Let me know if y'all think I'm bugging with anything that I said during this video, man. Please don't forget to keep God first as always. I've been loving the support I've been getting from y'all recently. Please don't forget to keep just doing everything that y'all been doing. I really appreciate it. Anything I can be doing better for y'all, please hit me up. Let me know about it, because I want to improve this channel. I want to improve my content. I want to improve myself as much as I can, not just for y'all, but just in general. All right, so yeah, man, peace out. Let's get up out of here, and let's enjoy a great weekend of football. Playoffs are on the way. Basketball's ramping up. Giannis might get traded soon. Just thank you, God, for sports.